on, guys? It's your boy Tez coming at you with the review for Danmachi episode 9, man. So what can I say? This episode overall was very dramatic, but in a great way. Getting back into the episode, we left off with Makoto and Belle running away from the Ishtar family after letting Aisha take back Haruhime, and it's just Belle still going through his mind. What's his purpose? Like, how can he be a better hero? Like, it shouldn't be like this. It must not be like this. But at the same time, Makoto's just as much feeling the exact same way, but doesn't really let it out. They don't want to cause any problems for the familia, but Belle, he can't accept that. He's got the heart of a true hero. He just was not willing to let that be. So he said, forget it. We're just gonna do it. I'm gonna save her. Like, I want to show her what a true hero is. The heroes that we both look up to, I'm gonna be that hero. I'm gonna show her what a hero's like. And then it begins the whole next phase of whirlwind and build up into the final bits of the episode, which leave off on a cliffhanger, but you kind of could see it coming, and I wasn't disappointed by any means, man. Like, I love Danmachi, man. It's such an amazing show, and like I said, I'm still reading through the light novels, and I finally got caught up to where this season is in the light novel. So I may be going a little more in depth later on in the videos, maybe doing some comparing and contrasting just to see what's been put in, what's been pulled out. But getting back into the episode, with all of that going on, Aisha and the other women in the Ishtar familia are still kind of like, where's Belle? Like, where's the bunny? Because Ishtar asked for him, but Perenni's like, he got away. Like, you still haven't found him. But they were like, this wouldn't have happened had you not tried to, take it into your own hands and do something else. And she was like, no, don't try and put this off on me. If, the ugly girl, which Perine has no business calling anyone ugly. She calls Haruhime ugly. If she hadn't butted in, it wouldn't have been like this. He wouldn't have got away. But I'm still like, who are you to call somebody ugly? Of all people, toad-faced lady. I'm just like, God. But they're still searching for, all the other women are still looking for. We get back to seeing what Wise, Hesty, and the rest of the family are doing there at the gates of the Ishtar family and trying to actually get in, but there's some ladies impeding their entrance, so nothing really pops off from there. But once Belle and Makoto finally make their mind up to do this, they come up with the tactics and plan, basically signaling in flares to symbolize, hey, I've got Haruhime, hey, it's gonna ride, get out, X, Y, and the third. But when Belle gets in there, y'all, Belle goes off, because while he was in the alley, kind of building himself up, or just getting frustrated and getting angry, his Argonaut ability kind of triggered, with the more he wanted to be a hero. Like, so his hand started to grow. Like, you remember it, it's actually a name for it, and Ishtar says it later, but his hand starts glowing. He's like, you know what, I can do this. I can make this happen. So when he gets in there, he basically goes in, just flame on. That's it. He's just shooting flames at everybody that runs in. Firebolt, left and right. You get a firebolt. Everybody gets a firebolt. He wasn't having it. He's like, this is not what it's gonna be. So he gets in, he's hitting everybody with the firebolts. He's running through every group of women that impedes him, like, catch this hot fire, hits him with that Tanuki bomb, whatever you want to call it. And he finally gets in, and he gets to Perine. And Perine, like I said, as much as I don't like Perine, she's really strong and just vile to look at. Like, ugh. So taking into account that he has to battle with Perine now, like, I bet it's going down. It doesn't look favorable because he's getting his ass handed to him. Belle, we know Belle's pretty strong when he needs to be, but there's just a big gap in skill, battle, instinct, power. He's a speed, dexterity type. She's a full-on strength type. Just it's body and power. That's what she's coming with, body and power. This fight takes place after the fact. They realize there's some stuff going down, like some smoke in the city. There's some things going down in the house, and they're like, oh, he came back. But then they didn't think that they knew he would come back. It's like, we're not dealing with some regular old man here. We're dealing with an adventurer who just doesn't know how to say no, or an adventurer who doesn't give up. So he'll come back. He will come back. But, you know, and that's what he did. He came back, but this is all while everyone's still moving Haruhime over to the Hanging Gardens. And you know, let's talk about Makoto. Makoto was actually in her full ninja bag. I mean, I knew Makoto was some type of swords wielding class, but I didn't specifically know she was a ninja, though I've never actually tried to dig too deep into Makoto. Like, I didn't want to, you know, spoil anything for myself while watching this, though I'm the king of I don't care for spoilers. Like, spoilers actually make me hype for stuff. Even though I know what's coming, I can't see it until I actually see it. So watching her go in her bag and use her ninja skills was a really nice touch for me. I thought that was really pleasing. And getting back into that fight, once he's finally, you know, been knocked down and they think they're gonna, you know, get him again, Ishtar shows right up and she's like, fall back, everyone fall back. And Perine's like, you know, hold on, what? And I have a gripe with Perine. Like, she thinks she's so high and mighty, she almost thinks she's on the same level as Ishtar. Like, that's how authoritative she is, or like that's how her overall personality exudes this authoritative state. Like, I'm just as not too far from being like Ishtar. I'm like, but no, you're not. But she still knows her place. So when Ishtar shows up, she's like, basically, I'm gonna do what I wanted to do. Like, you know, basically tells her whole plans. This was just to, you know, take down Freya. I wanted to get something that she enjoyed, make her frustrated, make her angry, and that's kind of what she's doing. I mean, because we do see Freya, you know, she gets some information from her people who are spying, or more or less on the outskirts of the Ishtar house, just watching guard, and they let her know there's some stuff going down. And I'm pretty sure they let her know Belle's in there, because she's like, you know what, I'm going to, don't worry about it. She's sitting there in the top of her tower looking with her wine in hand, like, you know, I know, let's go. She wants the smoke, I'm gonna give her the smoke. I'm running fades for days. So when Ishtar tries to seduce Belle, she keeps wondering, like, it's not working. So usually any male that's in front of Ishtar, they become mesmerized, they become entranced, they get captured by her beauty. She isn't ugly, very pretty, and it doesn't work on Belle. She's like, how are you still able to talk about another woman? He was trying to actually, you know, explain or want to know why Haruhime had to be a prostitute, why she has to die, all these things. He's like, you can still talk about another woman in front of me. Weird. So she gets her servant, who's in the very back. He's a level 4, and I mean, my man flew off the steps with such speed, it was ridiculous. He just came right down and locked Belle down and pushed him down, and she starts undressing. She's like, I'm going to charm you till the marrow in your bones melts. And all the while, he's got his eyes closed and still trying to, you know, like, stop, put your clothes back on. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, Belle, I just wonder what it'd be like if Belle actually was, you know, your average male who wanted to get some. But who knows that'll ever happen. And she was like, it still doesn't work. Like, how is he still able to, you know, resist me like this? So she has the level 4 guy, I can't think of his name, pull his back up and do the drop on his back to reveal his skills, which reveals he has the ability Liaris Freeze, which crystallizes emotions, which prevents him from being charmed. So it's just like, oh God. She was like, and then Belle actually escapes, and she's like, he's mocking me. He's still mocking me, or he must be mocking me. And I'm just like, who is the he she speaks of? Who is the he that could possibly be mocking her? And I'm like, Belle isn't mocking you. Belle ran away like a frightened child who was just about to get beat up. So I wonder who the he is that she speaks of. There could be some underlining tone to the he. But we get back to the Hanging Gardens with Belle and Makoto. And, you know, Makoto steps up, she does her thing, and she's like going to be the hero. It looks like she'll be the hero this time around, but it didn't turn out to be that way. What ended up happening was she pulled, like I said, reached in her bag of ninja tools and pulled out a kamikaze-like attack, but it's not like a self-detonation attack. It's a AoE ability that expunges all her reserved mana in an outwards expulsion. So kind of like if you've seen Vegeta do his self-detonation attack, or any character do a blow-up type of explosion type move, that's kind of what it was, but without the risk of her losing her life. So in the midst of that, she does that while she's trying to fight the other Amazon women who are up there getting ready to try and kill Makoto. But she comes up against somebody like before she does that, and I mean, old girl was giving her the hands. I was like, I wanted to see one of these Amazon girls be a brawler, and Lord, they had a level 3 who had some hands on her. Makoto was getting thwopped. And I'm just like, man, but that's when she pulled that ability out. And then as that's happening and the rest of the women kind of fall down and everyone else is still looking kind of, you know, surprise face, like even Parine and Ishtar and Aisha, they're not doing anything. And I'm just like, why are they just standing there? But then, you know, Makoto gives the shout for Bell to do something. And, you know, like Bell to rush in because they're getting ready to stab Haruhime with the killing stone and the dagger as the moonlights finally hit her. It's activating the floor, and he rushes in and stops the blade from hitting her, or more or less deflects it out of the woman's hand, some unknown woman who's just in the familia. And when it lands, the crystal cracks, and like that's kind of where we leave off. But man, I'm just like, what could be happening? What's going to happen next? I do know for a fact Freya is coming for that ass. That Freya again is coming for them cheeks. She is about to give Ishtar the beating, or her family is about to go through something heavy, because though the Ishtar family is more in numbers, the numbers that the Freya family has, though they may be a little bit smaller, they got some heavy hitters. So no telling where this could possibly go, man. But you know, man, hey, y'all let me know if y'all liking this Danmachi, man. Like, look, comment down below. Let your boy know I'm dropping bars before I got to go. No, I'm just messing with you though, man. But hey, yo, leave the video a thumbs up, and if you haven't, follow me at any of the social media links down in the bottom. You know, they're always there where they are. You know, hit subscribe if you haven't already done that for your boy, man. And I'll catch y'all later for the next episode, man. Y'all be blessed. Peace.